Hello everyone. We are going to start with frequency distribution. That is, now we have entered module 3 of your portion of your syllabus where we have actually entered the field of statistics. We will start with the most basic of statistical analysis, that is univariate statistical analysis. When I say univariate, I mean you're dealing with only one variable at a time. Right? So this is more for studying the tendency of the variable, the characteristics of this variable and so on. The first step when you have data regarding any particular variable is to classify and tabulate it. So I'm going to show you an example. The question is the one that's written here, that we have a class of 30 students and the numbers given are the weekly pocket expenditures, pocket money that they get. Okay, so you have been asked to construct a grouped frequency table with a class interval of equal width, such as 30 to 40. So that's just an example. So a class interval of say 10. Remember, you can class width. Remember that class width is equal to any of the upper limits minus the lower limit of any class interval that you're taking, such as 30 to 40. So class width here is 40 minus 30, that they are suggesting is a class width of 10 units. Right? So let's see how we can solve this. If you note here, I shouldn't ideally start with 30 to 40 because we have a number such as 26 which falls in a lower class interval. So I think the first class interval that I should select is 20 to 30, followed by 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80. And do we have anything more than 80? Yes, we do have 82. Is there anything else? I think that is the highest number that we have. So, no, we do have 83. Sorry. The highest number that we have by observing is 83. So, I do need 80 to 90. So, I have 7 class intervals. Right? Let me reduce confusion. Now, how do I tabulate the frequency, corresponding frequency? Before I say that, one more thing let me mention. This is classification following the exclusive method. By exclusive method, we mean that the upper limit of any class interval will be the same as the lower limit of the next or the following class interval, right? So my first interval is 20 to 30. My second class interval will begin with the same number 30, right? The class width in each case is equal to 10, right? So this is called exclusive, where the upper limit of the first class interval is equal to the lower limit of the following class interval. Now, if you have an observation such as 30, remember you will always put it in the second class interval. Similarly, if you have an observation such as 70, you will put it in the class interval where 70 is the lower limit, right? So this is called exclusive method of classifying data. Okay, if that is clear, I'll just remove these extra notes that I have made. Right. So now let's proceed with the tabulation of frequency. Many of you have already done this in your statistics classes and probably your 10th. So I'm just showing you the same thing. Okay. 20 to 30. How am I going to do it? I'll take one at a time. 37 will come in the second interval. 41 is here. 39 will come in 30 to 40. 34 will come in 30 to 40. 71 falls in 70 to 80. 26 is here. 56 is here. 61, 58, 79, 83, 72, 64, 39, 75, 39, 37, 59, 57, 57, 37, 53, falls in 50 to 60, 38, 38 comes over here, 49, falls in 40 to 50, 45, 40 to 50, 70, 70, it's a borderline number, it will fall in 70 to 80, 82, 44, 37, 79, 76. All right, so this is how I find the frequency. These marks are called tally marks. Okay, this is the simplest method. Remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5 is a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonal. So each set of 5 is denoted by this. So obviously I can write the frequency in terms of the numbers. So that's 1, 8, 4, 5, 2, 7, 2. So I have successfully tabulated the data that has been given to me. Remember, 20 is the lower limit, 30 is the upper limit. The class width is 30 minus 20, which is equal to 10. Right? Simple questions like what is the upper limit of the fourth class interval? You'll just have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth class interval. This is the upper limit of the fourth class interval, right? Tally marks, you know how to read them. Class width is upper limit minus lower limit. Any other important concepts? Yes, something called the class mark, or sometimes it is also referred to as the class midpoint. Okay, the importance of this class mark or class midpoint you get to know when we graphically represent the same data. So to find the class midpoint, what you need to do is, all you need to do is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Right, so in the first class interval, that's 20 plus 30 by 2. That's 50 by 2 is 25. Right, so if I had to find the class midpoint or the class mark, it will be 25, 35, 45, 55 and so on. Right, once again the class mark will assume importance when we start to represent these frequency distributions graphically. Okay, but just remember, this is how we calculate. Between successive class marks, the difference will be equal to my class width. So class width is 10, which is why if I know my first class mark is 25, the next one will be 25 plus 10, 35 and so on. Okay.